We're very excited right now to welcome in Quan Martin, Commander Safety, to the program. Second-year starter. Quan, what up, man? How you doing?
Not much, man. How y'all doing?
We are doing well, man. Obviously that was a wild one down in New Orleans. Before we look ahead to Philly, when you go back and think about kind of the chaos of the end of that game, like in the moment, you're so locked in, you're probably not thinking about it. But once you got on the plane or watched the tape or whatever, was there any part of that game you're just like, oh my God, how did all that happen in the last couple minutes?
Yeah, man. It was definitely, like you said, it was a lot going on, but we're just trying to stay poised in that moment, and that's things we talk about all the time, the winning time moment. So, a lot went on, man, but we got the opportunity to finish the game out, and we did.
Finally got Marshon Lattimore out on the field with you guys. What kind of an impact did he have for you guys on the back end, and how nice was it to have him out on the field?
Yeah, man, it was great to have him out there with us. He's been working through some things to get back, but man, just to have him out there, man, just was awesome. I don't think they targeted his side of the field at all. So just to have his presence out there and lock down the side of the field was awesome.
Quan, so you add Lattimore last week, a former Pro Bowl player, and now you've got John Allen back on the field, at least practicing. We're not sure when Allen will make his return, but sure seems like it's trending that way. What can that do for a defense to add two Pro Bowl players this late in the season?
Yeah, man, it does a lot, honestly. And there's two great players, that we can use this later in the season, and just come out, keep the motor running fast, man, and just build off of it. And like you said, just have those guys back out here just means a lot for this team and our defense.
We were just listening to Joe Witt Jr. talk about this defense. He's talked about how it's improved as the year's gone on, specifically the last couple of weeks, some of the numbers being better. What have you seen as a part of this defense that's allowed you guys to grow as the season's gone on and got more comfortable in the system?
Yeah, I think it's, like you said, just being comfortable in the system, just knowing where to be, when to be there, and just knowing what to expect from coach so we can go out and execute the defense properly. So I think that's been a huge part of it.
Talking with Commander Safety Quan Martin here in his second year out of the University of Illinois. Quan, you talked about just knowing what you're going to get from the coaches. How, I asked B-Rob this yesterday in the locker room. Yesterday was Jaden's birthday, obviously, right? And there was a birthday cake and Mikey sang a song. But Jaden was asked, how different does a year feel for you in your second year compared to where this operation was late December last season, where, you're eliminated from the playoffs and a lot of folks are trying to figure out what their future is. How different is this season, and how much more are you able to kind of enjoy the moment?
Yeah, I mean, every moment is special with these guys, man, and just having the opportunity to go out there and compete with some of the best against, some of the best. So, I mean, it's awesome, man. It just shows the team chemistry, the bond we have, and it really translates on the field. So, we just been able to take it one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and, put ourselves in the best position to be successful and, just have this opportunity to continue in the postseason.
You can correct me if I'm wrong here, Quan, but, when you were drafted, part of the reason that, a lot of people found you as an attractive prospect was your versatility. And in your rookie year, it seemed like you were kind of put all over the place, versus this year, it seems like you've kind of found a spot and had a clear messaging that you're going to be used in this specific way. Is that something that's allowed you to take a step forward in the second year? Because you've had a really good season this season.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely allowed me to play faster. Like I said, it was one of the first times in my career where I've just been able to, play one position on the field. So, I mean, it definitely comes with some understanding of the position, understanding of the game a lot better, and just seeing it from one point of view, and just being able to play as fast as possible.
Quan, I'm curious, man. When you moved here last year, I imagine everything was kind of moving so fast, right? You get drafted, you got to move to a new city. You're from Florida, you play college ball in the Midwest. Now that you've been here a year, like, what do you think of the DMV? I imagine you live out towards the Ashburn area, but get into DC periodically. But what do you make of the region you're calling home nowadays?
Oh man, it's awesome. just a lot to do, honestly. You're not too close to DC, but you far enough away to where if you just want to relax and chill and get some peace and quiet, you can get that. And good dinners and stuff out in DC with my girlfriend. So we try to get out a little bit, explore when we can, and just been enjoying it, taking it one day at a time.
Talking with Commander Safety Quan Martin, I'm interested on the defensive side of the ball. It's your second year, but it's like a completely new defense because there's so many new guys. What's it been like going from last year to this year where you bring in obviously a new coaching staff, new front office, but just on your side playing with a bunch of new guys like Bobby Wagner, Frankie Louvu, Mikey, Jeremy Chin? What's it been like playing with that new defense this year?
Man, it's been great. All the new pieces that we added to this, staff, the team, the players, just all around, man. Overall, it's been great. Bunch of great dudes in the building, and it makes it easy to go out and compete for the guy next to you when he got your back. And it's been awesome, and it's just hard to put in words.
Specific to Wagner, dude, that guy, I mean, his resume, not to mention a Super Bowl ring, but he's overwhelmingly going to be a Hall of Fame player. Does that carry a little bit more? Because I see him, how he acts in the locker room. He's just like one of the dudes. He's always kind of laughing, joking, the way there's always these like constant basketball debates and stuff. Do you ever like stop for a second and be like, damn, that is Bobby Wagner? Or has he just become another linebacker on a pretty good defense?
I mean, you definitely can't look over, his accomplishments, the things he's done in this league. And just to have him here and play with him on this defense has been awesome. He's a leader. He demands greatness. And, he gets the best out of everybody around him. So he's a great player, great guy on the field, off the field, and somebody you want to be a part of your program.
With the coaching staff, it feels like this year you're playing more aggressive. The defense is kind of trying to force the issue as opposed to just, allowing a bend, don't break sort of mentality. How much has that changed what you're doing on the back end, and how much more fun is it to play on a defense that's playing more of an aggressive style?
Oh, man, this is definitely my type of game, and that's what kind of player I am. So just having a defense that plays the same way, having the guys around me that thinks the same way, reacts how I do, and it just makes it easy, like I said, man, just to go out there and play fast and have fun and run and hit like we always talk about.
Talking with Commander Safety Quan Martin. Quan, we won't keep you much longer. I know you're gearing up for a big game this weekend, but when you get a second crack at a team that beats you, right? Like that Eagles game, y'all were right there for most of that game, and then Saquon's able to break a couple late. How much do you get excited at a chance to get them back? And how do you guys keep Saquon under wraps all four quarters this time?
Yeah, man, I think that's the beauty of playing a team twice. You get to, fix some of the mistakes that you made before. And just looking back at the tape, there was definitely plays we left out there, really on all sides of the ball. So we just being able to capitalize on the opportunities that we have to, make plays on the ball, get the ball back to the offense. And, they got a great group of guys, obviously. And, we just got to all rally to the ball and get the guys down.
We talk all the time in the media about how when you have the quarterback, that can kind of make up for a lot of sins, and you feel like there's a confidence that comes with just knowing if you can get the ball back to your guy that you've got a shot. It seems like you guys feel like that in the locker room with Jaden. How much of a difference does that make when you've got a dude on offense that can he can make up for any problems that maybe you've made a mistake on defense, but he can make up for it? How great is it to have Jaden here this year?
He's definitely a special talent, man. And like we said, we always talk about getting him the ball back because we know how special he is and what he can do with the ball in his hand. So I think that's always a huge emphasis going into the week. Just how many extra drives can we give our offense? So there's always an emphasis on the ball, man, and takeaway wins games.
Hey, man, I know you got practice. I know you got meetings. I know you got walkthroughs. We appreciate you making time for us, and certainly good luck this weekend and the rest of the way.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
All right.